Mr Walker, and it's a pleasure to serve under your chairmanship. And can I also thank my honourable friend for securing this debate. When I arrived in this place in 2010, I was delighted to see that the Armed Forces Parliamentary scheme was in place. Why was that? Just before I was elected, I attended a funeral in Redditch of a brave young soldier who had died in Afghanistan, who was actually the same age as my son. As I sat in the church with hundreds of others, I realised just how little I knew about the armed forces and how they operate. This scheme has given me the opportunity to learn about the army, meet the troops and travel the country learning about the army. I've had the opportunity to join the army at many locations, including Shrivenham, Devon, Windsor, Sandhurst, and indeed in Afghanistan. I've met soldiers at all levels, and one of the highlights I've had was training with the officers on the downs near Sandhurst. I slept in a derelict house and took part in exercises with them. I can tell you, Mr Walker, there wasn't much sleep had there. Obviously, going to Afghanistan was a massive experience, and one that I will remember for the rest of my life. Landing in Camp Bastion was an experience in itself. I certainly had no idea about the size of the camp and the scale of the operation. It was absolutely fascinating to see what happened there and to meet our troops, including some from Redditch. Closer to home, the 37 Signals have a base in Redditch, and as part of the scheme, I visited them in my early days. One of the conditions, of course, was you had to turn up in your uniform. As I got out of the car, the look on the officers' faces was incredible. Where they thought I got the uniform from, I'd no idea, as they'd never heard of the scheme before. But we quickly moved on, and now we're all great friends, and last year I joined them on their away weekend in Staffordshire, taking part of most of the exercises. I think I missed the 6-mile run, and hoping to join them again this year. This is a scheme that members of Parliament foresee firsthand how the armed forces actually work. I've learned how to shoot guns, I've been in helicopters, I've been in armoured trucks, and I've actually learnt last year how the Army helped out at the Olympics. These are just a few of my experiences, Mr Walker, but I've really enjoyed being part of this scheme. And at this point, I'd like to pay tribute to Sir Neil Thorne for giving me that opportunity. I'd also like to encourage all my colleagues to consider taking part in the scheme. The knowledge I've gained has been remarkable, and the experience I've had I'll never forget. I'll finish now, Mr Walker, by saying I had joined with no real experience, but now know a lot more. We owe the armed forces a great deal. They work tirelessly on our behalf, and I, for one, will never forget the experience I've had and hope to continue in the future. It's a great scheme. Long may it continue. Yeah.